Let's transform this melanin queen together. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you very much for always showing up. So before starting makeup, make sure you always clean the face. After cleaning the face, you go in with your primer, just as I did. Make sure you put the primer into the skin. You can use your fingers, you can use your brush. From there, I went in with the bun so that it can stop the oiliness on her face, because her face is oily. So I applied it on her whole face. It is important you know that bun has moisturizing agent, so it serves it can help moisturize the face as well. So from there, I went in with Avour foundation of her shade. I started putting the foundation from her jawbone, starting from there, you blend going up. That's the technique I used. Makeup is all about blending. You see this foam, you see this beauty blender that I'm using. This is just the best right now. So if you don't have it, make sure you get it. It will really make work easier for you. So you blend the foundation into her skin. I blend and I turn my sponge to remove the excess. That's how I do. So at this point, can you see me turning the beauty blender here? Actually, to remove the excess of the foundation on the face. So I went in with my Pro Concealer. I applied my Pro Concealer using the Pro Concealer applicator. You have to apply the Pro Concealer exactly where you see me applying it. Exactly there. Under the eye, on the forehead, on the chin, beneath the nose, on the nose middle line. And you blend. She started laughing. I don't know why she was laughing, but anyways, start blending. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You blend just the way I'm blending. It's always just fun having your makeup session with me. Like, you will never stop laughing. Anyways, you just continue blending. Okay, when I was done blending, I went in with the blush. You put the blush on the two cheeks, the left and the right cheeks. Then you blend going up. You blend upward. That's how you blend your blush. Then you can go towards the forehead, not at the forehead, but towards the forehead. You see what I'm doing in the video. Make sure you always blend well. The secret about makeup is blending. If your blending is nice, your makeup will be good. If your blending is not nice, your makeup won't be good. When I'm applying my blush, I always like bringing some to the nose. I went in with my Blossom Makeup High Definition Setting Powder. I set her face, that is everywhere I had kept the concealer on. So you press the setting powder, you press in the setting powder in her face, in her skin, on those spots, on the exact spots where you applied your concealer. Press in, remember, press in. Do not drag. When you're doing makeup, do not drag. Let it be you using your blender or using your brushes. Do not drag. Always tap. When you're applying powder, press in. So that's what I was doing here, and she was happy. Like each and every of my clients, they're always just happy. So you go in with your fluffy brush, powder brush, you tap in. Are you seeing what I'm doing? I'm not dragging, I'm tapping in. You tap in. It's going to blend and it's going to enter the skin. It's going to give it a natural finish. You don't drag, you tap in. So that's what I was doing right here. When I'm done, I go in with my dust blush, powder blush. Remember, I went in earlier with my liquid blush, but now I'm going with my powder brush. My secret is I finish with all the liquids before going in with the powders. I finish with the liquid foundation, liquid everything before going in with the powders. So yeah, I'm going in with my powder blush and a little on the nose. I just like that, it's so cute. A little on the nose. So I went in now with my Sasha translucent powder and set her face again, but just her under eye. This actually helps you so that when you're putting your shadows and you have excess falling off, it's not going to fall on your makeup, it's going to fall on this powder. So when you're dusting or you're blending it out, you're going to see that if there's any excess of your shadow, it's going to disappear, it's not going to affect your makeup. So it helps a lot, it's important, this step is important. So besties, from there I went in with her brown. It wasn't really something easy for me because you're seeing her natural browns already, but we made it, we did it, you know what's up. So I went in with the brow brush and the brow gel. It didn't went on really well, but when I used my concealer, it actually came out well. So this is just a way of telling you that when you're drawing your brow, it may not be perfect, but when you go in with your concealer, it comes out now the way it's supposed to be. So your concealer is just like an eraser. When you're drawing something with a pencil and you do it wrongly or you do it excessively, you take your gum to gum it out. So that's exactly what concealer does in makeup. So at this point in time, I was trying to get in with a shade, like I was trying to create a shade, which I finally did. So I went in now with my concealer to try and get the perfect brown. Please besties, do not forget to subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss from my videos. So I went in with the same pro concealer I used for her eyebrows. I went in and used it like my eyeshadow base. Always blend when you apply your eyeshadow base. Always blend. When you blend, you're going to escape from many things you won't like. So always blend. So when I was done blending the other eye, I went and did the same thing on the other eye. I blended to my satisfaction. So when I was satisfied, I went in with my V Beauty powder palette. I used the lighter shade I had there, and applied on her eyeshadow space. I applied it there. When you apply it like that, it makes it easy for you to apply eyeshadow. It makes your eyeshadow is not too shouty, not too loud, because when it's also too loud, it doesn't look classy. So it makes it not to be too loud and it makes it not to be cracky. So that's what I did. When I was done now, I went into my eyeshadow and I'm going to show you guys the shades I use. Remember that blending is your best friend when you're makeuping. So those are the 3 shades I used. Just look exactly my technique. Look at how I did this. This is the only time in your makeup journey where you can You see what I'm doing, where you can pull the brush, because now to blend your eyeshadow you have to pull in and out and very fast so it blends. But you cannot do it when you're applying concealer or when you're applying powder on your face. You cannot do that. So this is the only time where you can do this. And even when you're applying eyeshadow, sometimes there are eyeshadow styles that you don't do this. You just take eyeshadow and press in. And when you want to do this, what I'm doing right here, when you want to blend your eyeshadow, when you take your eyeshadow, you tap the excess before bringing your brush. Tap the excess on the brush, out of the brush, before using your brush on your eyeshadow. So that's how you do to achieve a nice, good looking and classy eyeshadow. So when I was done blending in those two colors, I decided to create a cut crease, and that's what I did. So look at how I did it. I used my concealer brush. Always use a concealer brush to create cut crease. And I used my concealer. You could use concealer and you could use eyeshadow base, any one of your choice. I didn't have eyeshadow base, that's why I used concealer, but I would prefer eyeshadow base. So you do your cut crease exactly how I'm doing mine. Do not forget, you guys are my besties. So if you have any question, if you have any worries, the comment section is there for you. I'll always answer, I'll always reply to your comments. If you have anything to say, the comment section is open. So after I cut creased her eyeshadow, I used that color. That was a red color, kind of red. It just inspired me and I decided to use it. So I went in with it. It's not like it was planned, it wasn't. I just opened that shadow palette and I saw it and my eyes flashed on it, so I decided to use it, and that's how it came out. If you look at my technique carefully, you're going to see that I don't blend. When I was applying that red shadow, I wasn't blending, I was tapping in. I wasn't blending. It's now that I'm blending, because I'm trying to blend the red eyeshadow and the other colors of the eyeshadows together, so they don't look like they're enemies. You know what I'm saying? So they don't look like they're enemies. So I try to bring them together because they're best friends, they're brothers and sisters. So that's what's happening here. You see this brush? This is my best brush ever. It's very good at blending under eye because it's small and fluffy. It's not big like it's not big like the powder brush, but it's just very useful to me. Like this is my best brush. In all my brush sets, this is the best. So I actually blend in everything. I blend in all the translucent powder into her face. Then now I'm using now a powder shade darker than her normal shade to create her contour. You know, I don't when I'm makeuping a black person, like a melanin person, I don't usually use liquid contour. I skip that stage and go directly with the powder contour. So that's what I'm doing here. Make sure you apply your powder contour exactly where I'm applying hers. Make sure you do on the exact places where I'm applying hers. Apply your powder contour there. Your powder contour, I repeat, should be one shade darker than your face tone. One shade, because if it's too dark it won't look nice. So I went in with a smaller fluffy brush to bring out her nose. Like I'm doing her nose contour now with the same powder shade. So using my V Beauty powder palette, I went in with her exact shade and I started blending everything I did on her face together. Everything I did on her face, I started blending them out together. So from there, I went in with my fixing spray and I sprayed her face so that all the powders can get into her skin. So time for highlighting. That's the brush I use for highlighting. This is the brush I use. So you can use the same brush. You put your highlight exactly on the spots where I'm putting hers. Please, besties, do not pay attention to this guy that just passed here. You know, I did this makeup in a family house. You know how it is. So yeah, they are just always members of the family that don't respect your work. Like, they don't care if you're doing a video or not, they just want to pass. So you apply your highlighting exactly where I'm applying. Please make sure you look what I'm doing. So I went in now with eyeliner. With the liner, I did her eyeliner using a small flat brush. That's what I used, and it went on really good. So I will advise you, if you're not good with eyeliner applicator, just look for a small flat brush. Let the brush be flat, let the fibers be really flat and strong. You go in with it, it's going to help you. It's going to go a long way. So that's exactly how I did it. I did the same on the other eye, the same thing. So I decided to go with a dark green color under her eyes. This girl finished me. She was like, "Hi, I have eyes problems, please be careful, I'm feeling this thing into my eyes." I'm like, oh, trust your makeup artist. After your doctor, trust your makeup artist, you know. So we did this finally and it went well. It came out well. I was really happy with the outcome. So after I decided to put the white eyeliner into her eyelids, just like this, and it came out well. I really liked her look after. So yeah, she was really scared for her eyes. So when we were done, we went in with the lips. If you can see where, you're going to see that what I'm using to do her lips contours is dark. It's kind of darker, so it's actually a very dark brown gel that I use. Very dark brown brow gel. That's what I used. So, and it came out well. You're going to see. She looks like it's a dark something on her mouth now, but wait for the end. Trust your makeup artist, guys. Trust your makeup artist. So went in with a nude color. At this point, I won't lie to you, girls. I won't lie to you. In my mind, I already knew how the lips were going to come out, and I just loved it already before we created it. Yeah. So when I was done and satisfied with the lips, because I was adding, like, when I she would blend her lips, I'll look at it, I'm like, no, I have to add a little. So when I was done, when I was satisfied, I went in again with my fixing spray again. So this is the end. I hope you liked it. Some really did justice for her, because we did not use the light for this video at the end, just sun. So this is how her makeup came out. Please subscribe. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, make sure you comment. If you have anything to say, make sure you comment. Love you, besties. Thank you for